So it is 2:30, 2:30 in the early morning, and so uh, it's very hard for me to keep up with the things I have been doing, and I'm creating an art, and so as the cover for a recent video I posted on YouTube, and I cannot even finish this because the code they have been stalking, and stalking, and I have been telling these stalkers, do not stalk me, but no, they don't listen. They just stick together. They just stalk and stalk and stalk. Right now, they are stalking, and then they're like they react, and so the new code persecutor is the daughter of the great grandmother, and she's the oldest daughter of hers, and the mother lives severe borderline personality disorder, and the daughter, she lives also borderline traits, and so uh, I don't really want to even talk to these people. Certainly, I have communicated. I have communicated with them, but I don't think it works. I have tried to reach out to, let's say, humanity, and but nothing is there. It's fake. Like that, if I have to try to reach out to something, the most thing, the daughter, the borderline, but she is absolutely cold-minded, but her borderline behaviors are like less abusive compared to his compared to her her mom's. So she's like when um, she lives with reality distortion, and I apologize for people if you find my uh, for what I'm saying is like, how can I say, I wish I could post something like really high quality, really you know, if I had time to prepare more to make the video like more enthusiastic for you to listen to and to study from. But in my position, I am getting like really stuck, and I do use the word persecute, getting persecuted, getting persecuted, because because anything I do, again, I don't please these people. And I don't really think they treat themselves as though they are human. So, like, do I really even need to respect these people? Even though I consider me as a person who really likes to respect others, but it's like they don't really give me a chance to even respect them. And when things have to play out to this, and I'm like, I just found it really. I found these quote persecutors are like really pathetic, and their behaviors are like really ridiculous, like really ignorant. And so in my position, I'm like, I don't even want to talk to them. And if I try to talk to them, what I get it actually is something really empathy. Let's say to the new uh, the new quote persecutor, she is the one who, the recent one who just officially joined this cult, and she really joined this cult. She just she's there with the other four hardcore court persecutors, and they gather together in their courthouse. They're stalking everything on two phones of mine. They absolutely have two remote screens of my phones, and they're just really literally watching at it. What and then they're so entitled to somehow to react to control and to persecute. And again, I'm who I am. I don't think I should please these people. And I was just really creating an art for a cover of the recent video. Because I was like really in my position. I mean, I have so many plans, and I got my time to make it, and I think I'm like really confident I'm able to make it. But then my criminal dad has been really smearing me behind my back, and things, and I think that since he actually is not as smart, so what he does just really, I just know when he does the whole really inhuman things against me, I just know. And he lies to me, but I know he cannot actually lie to me. I mean, I just know. Whatever he lies, I know. I know his games, and so and so I have to. In my position, I'm getting like really stalked. My criminal dad has been brainwashing these court persecutors and make the court be even more inhuman, even to just so the result is the court just literally they just live with the kind of solid court beliefs. What are their beliefs? They believe me as a person like nothing wrong, nothing how can I say, nothing right, everything is wrong, nothing is right in me, everything is wrong. Who told them? My criminal dad. And when the cult behave, the whole criminal dad's nasty narcissistic psychopathic behaviors, and I was like when they behave like that, when they really do repeat these nasty behaviors, and I was like yeah, that's my criminal dad, and you literally just get that from him. And so I cannot even finish my whatever things on my plan. I can't, and so I have to take a break. So now I'm making this recording, and I mean I did not have to. I wish I could even let's say finish a cover at least for my new video. And my new video was talking how I was stalked. I'm stalked like really 24/7 nonstop, every second nonstop. So it's ongoing. It is still ongoing. So I'm like whatever I do, I just get stalked, and it's the persecution, and it's the long-term persecution against me. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just make these recordings, and I'm gonna just say what I want to say. I as a victim, I have to protect me from persecution. I have to protect me from this a whole cult abuse against me and my mom, and even including some other innocent people. But I'm like the people who associate with the cult. I mean, I don't associate with them. I'm not interested in them. But the people who associate with them, they will reluctantly associate with them. I think these people, they are more or less, they are antisocial themselves. So highly possibly they are the really cold-minded person. Then to these people, I'm like, I can't help, because sometimes it feels like the people, they choose to be the victim, but I don't want to be the victim of it. I'm not interested, and so why am I here? Why am I here? Why I have to go through this? That's because I grew up with this really abusive person who is my criminal dad. I really don't like him. I think I got zero tolerance for him. I just want to completely cut the ties. I um I think my dad should be really apart from me, like forever. So so I cannot even finish a cover. I cannot sleep. I cannot eat. And as a human, I got every right to do whatever I should do. At least as a human, live a human life. And I think I really deserve. I deserve respect. My mom deserves respect. And the innocent people, they just walk by. They don't do nothing wrong. They deserve respect. But the court will never ever do that for them. And again, I've reached out to the new court prosecutor before, and I was being like really authentic. And what she gave was something like really, how she received how she responded that she was like she was being really fake, the kind of really cognitive empathy, and nothing real there. She did that for kind of staying safe, because she knew that I was being strong, because I have the thing like really open. Just I don't choose to cower. I don't choose to cower. I choose to stand up for what's real. So I've got this. I stand up for what's real. The thing. And so she like had no choice. She had to act like superficially like kind of compassionate, but it's fake. So what she did was she just superficially, like really fakely, praised me a little bit. And but I'm like, it's so fake, because what I really want is something, let's say compassion. But compassion should not be like a superficial, just praise a person a little bit. I don't think it even means something. And so I'm like, that kind of response actually is really narcissistic. Narcissistic people do that. And so normally what I do, like when I feel like distress, when I want to express what's on my mind, or something is there like really bothers me. So what I do, I just I would write. I would just sort through whatever is on my mind, and eventually I would get the answer. And then I would just know what I should do. But now my journal is completely stopped, and these people, I try to be like really low key, but I think eventually I probably will say something about government, because the stalking is about it's the government thing. And so I just eventually I have to mention that part. The government translated, of course it's not US government, it's the communist government. They translated my writing in their language for these quote persecutors. And so I mean, normally I would write on my journal to sort through my thoughts. But today, what I'm doing is I'm recording, and so I'm sorting through it through my my thinking. And so, okay, right now it's 40 49 2:49 right now. The woman, she's a she is a she's the east neighbor of mine, and she's a fat, ugly, yes, a fat and ugly and old woman, a narcissist. So this narcissist right now is attacking me, and she is attacking me like because she's stalking me. So since she's stalking me, of course she just attacks. She, she attacks me. That's what these court persecutors have been doing ever since, and I don't see no signs that I don't see no signs that these people will stop. So they, as I said on my journal, they are like really obsessive. Like they are really addicted to the whole stalking thing, and their speeches actually are like really a pattern of a running vicious circle. I'm like it's so plain to see these people live with severe mental health disorders, and so these people, they are getting like really hostile, and they're showing the kind of see the borderline great grandmother. She's about, I don't really know how old she is, about 73 or 76, and she's in her 70s. So this borderline is cursing repetitively, just attacking, and she thinks it's a borderline. So borderline emotions are the kind of really strong, and just really irritating. Like they're irritating. Like they irritates people. Like I'm sorry, they irritate people. They irritate people like 24/7, like really nonstop. Like if they are relatively, I mean, borderline is a really kind of black white person. So when they are like hatred, the hatred itself, like the whole hatred, they perpetuate hatred like for, they can do that for a long period of time, and then all of a sudden, for no, it's from my point of view, it's like for no reason, all of a sudden the person automatically is like being like completely nice to me. Like they show the kind of really unrealistic cult love for a person they don't even really know, and as though that, like, and that's what I have been going through with this great grandmother, and so I'm like, absolutely, I was emotionally manipulated by her, and so honestly, I don't like her. I'm not interested in her, but she probably treats me as though as her enemy or something, and so she has been smelling me like really like 24/7 nonstop to anyone. So that's how her uh, oldest daughter even got involved in. Um, so I think this great grandmother, the borderline woman, she she is going to keep expanding the whole cult, and so I think I will have new people I don't even know, and they just come out, and then automatically probably will attack me, and so to me it's a real danger, real threat, and so So in my position, like what do? I do talk about it. I want the world to know what I'm going through. I think I need protection at worth. I um I think I need protection, and I think it's worth it's worth protecting me. I need protection. It's worth protecting me. And so I need support, and I really think it's a thing the government is involved in. Some like governments, all the governments on earth, I think the governments should protect me. I'm gonna just keep saying what I want to say, and all I want is to protect me from the cold. And I really, really am confident that on a certain day, I will see the cold get completely cracked down, and every criminal they will uh, they will be just in their prison. So I mean, normally I'm not a person who likes to talk like that, but in my position, I don't even have a choice. So I'm talking. So really, I couldn't even finish a cover for my new recent video. I can sleep. I can do anything as a human, and it's serious. I need peace. But these people, they gather together in the courthouse. It's only about 3 or 5 meters away from where I am at. So this close, and these persecutors, they're talking and talking, like really just it's I'm here, I'm talking to my phone, and the people, they're listening, even though they don't really understand my language. They think it's just they're so entitled to deny everything of mine. And you know that's what a cult does. The target is like completely just should get wiped out. Like it's really it's a type of extremism. So I'm like I'm not interested in these people. I don't really talk to them. But it really annoys me. It annoys me a lot, because anytime when I do something, the people, they just get entitled to control. And I'm talking to my phone, they're listening, and they are talking whatever. I don't want to listen to them. I don't want to even hear what they say, but it's too close. And so I cannot even block these nasty persecution activities. It's just so there, so close. And my mom, my dad's a criminal, but the people, they listen to that too. And some other people in this village, they also can hear the nasty borderline cult persecutor, the great grandmother, where she has been deluding. They also hear everyone, as long as the person do have the basic ability to hear, then the person just is able to hear these nasty, endless persecution speeches, and it's full of hatred, especially for the borderline great grandmother. She is so full of hatred, literally 24/7 nonstop. And I'm like, it amazes me, like these people, they don't sleep, but I want to sleep. and it's like the people, they don't work. They don't work. They don't do a thing. They're there. They're just persecuting me. Um, so I'm like really affected. Um, so so right now in my position, the only thing I can do is to protect me from the court, to to say what I'm going through. I really want the world to know what I'm going through. I really deserve. Uh, I deserve respect as a human. I deserve peace. I need peace to live a human life, um, to finish my plans, to do my business, to uh, okay. So the people, they've been running through the whole really mental health disordered people would do that type of vicious circle, and so um um I really, I'm really open. I want the whole world to listen to what they are, what they have been speaking, because just listen to their speeches. Everyone can understand who they are. They're serious mental health, um, disordered, mentally, like really, really disordered, severely disordered, called persecutors. And so I just said I want to sort through what's going on with the oldest daughter of the great grandmother. Uh, uh, See, if I write on my journal, these people, they get a translated version um, from the government, and right away, and they just react and they just persecute. And I am actually talking to my family, I'm not writing anything, so they cannot get what I'm writing, and they cannot get a translated version. Things I haven't written something, but they can get the previous translated words for them. And so right now I'm only talking to my phone, because I'm recording an audio, and but the people, they are like still they are reacting. So I think it's absolutely, it's delusion, at least. um, Automatically they have the thought like everything is against themselves. um, well, I don't think I am doing too much to against these people. I think I'm doing a thing to protect me from them. uh, like I don't necessarily like to attack the others. I don't find it. I don't experience some sort of, like, let's say, excitement, or let's say, what is that? Uh, um, Happiness? No. When it comes to attacking the others, never. I I find it sick. So I'm not that interested in attacking the people. But the only time I may more or less do attack a little bit, very limited, that type of thing, for the sake of protecting myself. It's a self-defense. When it comes to self-defense, I would do that. But no, I don't do it on a day-to-day basis, like 24/7 nonstop. I don't do that. But the people, they're doing that, and so it's like they have the thought. It's projection. What they are doing is what others has been doing ever thanks to them. But in reality, that's not the case. So what is that? That's a borderline thing, and it's very narcissistic. So I don't really get used to provide a person only through talking, but I'm trying. So I think it's so the daughter of the oldest daughter of the borderline court persecuted great grandmother. She lives with the borderline traits, and absolutely a whole list of borderline thinking, and entire court beliefs in the court. And she she lives projection. She projects everything of hers somehow it's just the perceived enemies, the perceived abusers. So in her mind, it's like I am the one who is abusing her. Now I don't think that's the case, and I think it's very easy for me to even like it's very easy for people to even understand what's going on, but the woman, she lives the kind of borderline thinking, so it's just tremendously like really that hard for her to even understand what's going on, and it's impossible for her mother to understand. Her mother is a 10-10 co-persecutor, 10-10 borderline. So you know what borderline does? When borderline gets abusive to that level, to that, and the person is like really there's it's like nothing can save the person. The person is just a quote persecutor. It just it is what it is. And I'm like really, but the oldest daughter of this Bolan great grandmother, she lives Bolan thinking, and she absolutely is very cold-minded. So she lives cognitive empathy, and that's something that led her to tell the other co-persecutors that you cannot keep attacking the person. In this case, she meant me. You cannot keep attacking, because I keep attacking, uh, the target would get, let's say, angry. According to her, she said the target would get angry. But to me, in my opinion, it's not like that. But she would say that because she also is very borderline. Um, so the people, they don't understand me. They just don't have the ability to understand me. And what is that type of mentalizing impairment? And I absolutely like empathy, like remorse, like compassion, like even sympathy. I feel really bad thing. So like conscious, like conscious. Um, a whole list of quote persecutors traits, notorious quote persecutors traits. So these people, they okay. So and of course reality distortion. So I'm like, I was reaching out to her, and there was a moment. It was like, but it was not there. It was not real. But there was a moment, because I tried really hard to show authentic approach to her, and so it was like it should be really easy for people to understand what's going on, because there's nothing left to misunderstand, to repetitively to misinterpret. And but these people, they have been doing that ever since, because a type of cognitive dissonance, cognitive dissonance. And it, simply put, it's just the people, they are illogic. Reality distortion. Let's say when the oldest daughter of the great grandmother, the Bolan great grandmother, when she read the words against the government translated for her, I don't really know what she read. I don't really know what she reads, because I write things in English. I speak in English, so I don't really know what she reads in her language. And I think it's possible here's a kind of delay, a kind of misunderstanding through the whole translation gap. I think it's possible. And so what she read was, according to what she reacted, it was like, what I was writing, uh, okay, I was express what's on my mind. So I use the words to express my distress, and what I wrote was something. I think it, from her point of view, she would see this was kind of. I don't think I was really insulting her, because I really wrote the kind of words like she is way. Although she is way more human than the other court persecutors, because she at least had she did tell the other court persecutors that they should not keep attacking me, because they keep attacking me. According to her, she said I would get angry, but I don't really think that fits me. But that's her, what she did. So I said she is way more human compared to the others. But so I think when she reads words like that, and she could even pick up the others, like she said I how she said I said she uh, is uh, crazy or something. No, again, she said things in her language, a language I don't really speak, and I wouldn't even think like that. I wouldn't even talk like that. So to me, it's a type of reality distortion this woman lives with, and um, so so it's like kind of putting words into my mouth. I don't say the things she claims that I say, but she just deadly really believes that I'm saying the things she's saying. I mean, again, if I don't live with a thought, and she claims I have done it, it feels really odd. I don't even live with the thought. I don't think so. How can I even do so? But she's like, she just tells people probably like I have been doing the things like I don't do. That's what the code have been doing other things. They always claim like I've done things that I don't do, and so okay, so from my point of view, it's like it's really ridiculous. Like I got nothing to left to explain, nothing left to explain. So I want to talk about the time I reached out to her. I was being really authentic, and her reaction to my authenticity was devaluation. Was devaluation. So I was like, it's. I was like, that was inhuman. What she did, what she did was inhuman. But of course, I move on. I absolutely do learn my lesson. I don't have to associate with these type of people. This type of people. So she showed she showed something really fake. I said really narcissistic, just superficially praised me, and I as I recall, like it did not mean that much. But and when I want to reach out to something like human, something let's say empathy, let's say compassion, let's say respect, but I nothing with that. It's empathy. The the reach out to her. The thing is empathy. Nothing there. She absolutely lives with core thinking. She's commanded. She's like a, in my opinion, like 10 commanded. But when she shows cognitive empathy, and it's like her, she was at least like a 80% commanded, or sometimes it's like the deception even goes up. It's like she's maybe 20% commanded, but that's a delusion, because once I discovered that she actually really believes the whole series of quotes beliefs. I'm like, that's really, I've got nothing left to talk to her. Um, so nothing there, and um, and so she deluded, and so she believed that things never happened. Um, is has been happening ever since. Huh? Just that's who she is, and it's a thing has been going all the time, before even I even talk to her. So I would say, like, say a lot of things are just so predictable, and so again, I'm not interested in her, and but she's there, she's reacting, and she's one of co-persecutors, and which does so, and I'm like, again, I'm annoyed. Like, how am I supposed to even finish my um, cover? Or let's say, how am I supposed to sleep? How am I supposed to read? How am I supposed to do whatever things I should do as a human? How am I supposed to work? How am I supposed to carry on, to live a life as a human? Because she has been really close and only 3 to 5 meters away from me, and she's been reacting, and repeating the whole code beliefs, with the other four core persecutors. So, so in my position, how am I supposed to do things as I should do? And so it's very abusive. My criminal dad is a domestic abuser. Now the court caused me to go through the whole community abuse, and then um, I have sent out messages like, the code should get cracked down, because if it does not get cracked down, it will get expanded, and then more people will believe in the things I don't do, and then somehow I would get viewed as a public enemy or something. I mean, it's a serious concern, serious danger, serious threat, and I think I'm such a victim for the whole thing, and I really, that's why I have to talk about it. I have to let the whole world to know what I'm going through, because it really is 24/7 nonstop. Every second, this exaggerating, and it really is happening. Really is happening. So, like, let's say I've got nothing left to say to these co-persecutors, because to me it's like, we are not living the whole world. I live in reality. The people, they don't live in reality. They live in a severely distorted code. But the code is not, what the whole world should be. The world is, what is it? As a human, I deserve respect. I respect others, and I show love for, let's say, for a stranger. I don't have to show something excessive, but at least I show respect, at least some sort of sympathy, compassion, if they needed help. I think it's really basic as a human to do that for another. And I want really healthy relationships. I think I've got every right to develop the things I want to develop in my life. But these court persecutors, they have the core thought that everything of mine is fake. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. And I think if people really have been knowing who I am, following things on mine, they know actually I'm like really, like, my credibility, like, is way higher, way higher than the court. So I'm like really comfortable. I'm comfortable being me as who I am. I'm confident as me being who I am. But the others, the like these co-persecutors themselves, they live with a low self-esteem, and they're not comfortable with they are who they are. So, and they're insecure, and they also live with the kind of group paranoia thing, that type of thinking. So they're like, they always just, everything just automatically like think point at me. And when I really like, I'm not interested in these people. I'm never, like, I don't even think of them, but they are too close right there, and persecuting, circulating the whole thing, nonstop. uh, okay, I want to talk about, I mean, I'm not interested. Never am I interested in this, because I find it really too stupid to even explain. But I want to bring it up a little bit. So, oh my god, oh my god, the wife of the courthouse is hosted by a couple, and the guy call him terrorist Hitler. Yes, I call him terrorist Hitler. So the wife of terrorist Hitler is is emotionally manipulating the whole cult. Like, like how can the target be like that? Oh my god, I just feel like, honestly, I want to puke. It's just the thing. And then my criminal dad, they are talking to the cult, and brainwashing them everything, and of course bring up the whole force, not force, I would say uh, accusation, is that right? Accuse, sorry, I got new words. I've got new words. So accusation, I think, it's the false accusations against me. I apologize. My dad's attacking me. My dad's there attacking me, attacking me, like with the whole quote. So repeat again. It is a series of false accusations against me. So I'm like, so that's what my criminal dad has been doing to me behind my back, and he probably thinks that somehow he can just automatically claim he does not even do that with the codes, but no, he's doing, and it's not just I know the codes is there, and they listen to what my dad has been deluding to them. You see, I had a thought, like, I wanted to bring up what's going on with the oldest daughter of the borderline cult great grandmother. I cannot even finish it because the code is right there. It's just persecuting me like 24/7 nonstop, literally 24/7 nonstop. See, it's always there, and always repeated the whole nasty, like, mentally ill individuals would it do. Vicious circle. I still try to follow up what I wanted to do. You see, this stalking and persecuting thing has been like really sabotaging everything on mine, but I have to follow up a basic plan of mine, because I think I really have to fight back and then to win a healthy life for me. And again, everyone's listening to me. I need help. I need support. So please support me. Uh, um, I'm being real. I want the whole world to know what I'm going through, because my criminal dad has been doing the whole smell campaign things against me, and my mom behind our backs, like other things. It's a lifelong thing. Again, I've got tolerance, no tolerance for what my criminal dad has been doing. So, uh, so there's no reason for me somehow to defend him. I don't defend him. I wish I can read a book or something. I wish I could read a book or something. So again, it's hard, but I try. God. See, the code is repeating the kind of things, like they go framing. It's framing us. It's framing me. It's the people they are victims. They claim they're victims, and I don't think I've done things against them. I mean, I'm a victim. I do protect me from their code persecution and against their criminal behaviors. But I think I still was nice to them. I still showed the kind of respect to them, uh, to treat them as a human. But even now, right now, they are persecuting me. I am not doing something like telling people repet. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I think I need to have a rest or something. But how am I supposed to even have a rest when these people are keep the kind of nasty stalking and reacting, attacking, cursing, persecuting things? How am I even sleep? How am I even just I can't. It's just 24/7 nonstop. It's just so there. So repetitive attack. Would I do the kind of repetitive attack against these people? Why would I do that? Like, I'm not them. I think I'm way better than them, so I don't have to do that. But I think these people, they are called persecutors. So let's say just one person, if one person just mention, let's say the narcissist, the wife of Hitler, terrorist Hitler, the woman is a narcissist. So let's say one person just bring up, uh, let's say one thing she did not do right. Let's say, let's say she cursed someone. She's a person really curses a lot. She curses a lot. So if she did, and then one person said, "You just cursed," and she would go, I don't want to mimic her. I don't want to mimic her, but she would just get really reactive. Like she would claim that she didn't do, um, and then she would tell people how awful the person is. The person, she would tell people like the person has been turning against her ever since. Like the person even mentioned that, like she said the things she did not say, that kind of thing, and I'm like, it's really delusional. I mean, mentally healthy people don't do that, but she's a woman really does so, and so to just know who she is, that she's a domestic abuser. So just know let's say she abuses others. It's a real thing. She abuses others. It's really real. Everyone who knows her, who just watches her abusing others, so just everyone just knows she's an abuser. It's that real, and so So I think the cult persecutor, they probably defend her, but the other ones, like if they are not the cult members and they are just the ones who understand as a human, you basically really should respect the others. If you really are socializing with others, you want to have a healthy, secure relationship with others, of course you should respect the others, and you don't automatically go, what do you did, what do you have, what do you have did, I'm sorry, what you have done, I apologize, God. What you did, what you have done, is a thing that you never ever do. I don't think it's right. Um, so I think this woman, she has a hard time to have. Uh, okay, I apologize, God. I apologize for my grammar mistakes. Um, I think she has a hard time to um not to. She has a hard time having. Sorry, she has a hard time having um, um, healthy relationships. So her relationship overall is really unhealthy, abusive, and obsessive, and counterfactual, delusional. That's who she is. So yeah, that's what the code is. So as a result, the six people, I call them I call them runatics. The runatics. I hope I don't pronounce it wrong. I'm sorry. I just uh, so these people, they are so they're abusing people. The six people, my criminal dad, and the oldest daughter of the great grandmother, the Bolan great grandmother, and the terrorist Hitler, and the wife of the terrorist Hitler, and the fat, ugly, narcissist neighbor. So the six, they are there and they are just running the circle, keep attacking me, and attacking me. And so I think if I write down some words like I fucking don't like them, I know I don't really say that like in public, like repetitively, like 24/7 nonstop. I don't do that. I really don't do that. But I write it on my journal. Like I fucking like really don't like them, something like that. I'm really free to do that. It's my private journal, and I don't think these people should stalk me. It's a very basic thing to understand. They should not stalk me, and but they are stalking me, and they're stalking me, and just because I write I don't like them, and so they get really reactive, and they show the government translated version of I don't really know what kind of words they're reading, but the translated version of my words, they show it to some other people, probably really is ignorant, because if the person is not ignorant, how the person automatically would even believe in what they say. And so she's been doing that, and then somehow she wants to prove that I am how horrible I am, like how horrible I have been doing something against her. But what I do is really freely express what I think about her. I don't like her. Why I don't like her. That's it. And again, it's my private journal. I don't really. I don't really share these words with others, and I don't think to attack others is correct. So I think I've got every right to write down what's on my mind. So I think I have explained that to these people. Actually, I would not explain that to these people. I would explain that to the government, because I was like, how could you government send these part of my words to these people? Because I think me and the government, we had a deal. We said only show them the part of official uh, speeches online, but don't show them the type of really personal writings. Because when I process, how can I say, when I process, I got a thought. Let's say the person is a really, like, let's say the person is nasty. I got a thought and I write down the person is nasty. But no, I don't mean to actually attack the person and, like, let's make an extremely really public speech and, like, let's just endlessly attack the person, like let's repetitively go, the person is just so nasty. No, I don't do that. I mean, uh, I'm like really real. Like, if I find the person like really is doing something really nasty, I just write down. But I don't mean to hurt the person's feelings. So um, that's why the journal should be, the privacy should not be something really public. That's why I intended to tell the government, you only uh, translate the part of, like, really um, official, that type of things to them, but you don't translate something really personal, not serious, especially like sometimes people say something they don't mean it, they don't really mean it, they don't really mean to hurt the other's feelings, and if the other person just take it too personally, and that's the time like kind of social conflicts just happens. That's the time social conflicts happen, and we we don't really like, I think people, again, people who are healthy, people don't have to pick up that kind of things. You just, I'm open-minded, and everyone can have a hard time dealing with something, dealing with their emotions, or have a day, I don't know, like, just not that happy, and then they may say something they don't really mean, and it happens. So I absolutely write words like nasty or whatever thing like that on my journal, but I don't think I really meant to attack no one. And I have been explaining this for about 1, 2, 3, 4, at least the first time I have, it's the first time at least I'm explaining this, and I'm like, it's too basic, so I don't want to explain it. Because anyone, if you are human, you are compassionate, you understand, you don't take it too personally, and because you are human, you have these type of thoughts. Like, I mean, as long as you're human, you have the type of thoughts, but especially it's writing on my journal. That's why it's my privacy. It's my privacy, and you don't take something so not public as something too legitimized. I It's a thing not legitimized, and so the woman just automatically just took that kind of things, like, really literary, and tell people like how could they, whatever, and I'm like, I don't even want to explain it. I found something really stupid, and I know, I understand the woman lives the kind of really fragile self-esteem, and she's a narcissist, so it's a fragile, it's a type of fragile ego, um, because that's a stupid. Again, if a person is like really big, like really open, you heard the word, you may not necessarily like it. It's understandable, but probably wouldn't even really start a whole serious campaign against it. Like, someone just mentioned that I'm like, I'm stupid or something. Sometimes people don't. I mean, let's say the speech is stupid may not necessarily uh, mean that the whole person is stupid overall. The person can be really wise, but the person can occasionally say one or two things may sound like foolish. Understandable, so understandable. It's not like a like like complicated. It's very easy to understand. But the woman, the court persecutor, the people, these people, these court persecutors, they don't live with the kind of thinking like everything is not just only black or only white. Everything is not like either either the person completely did that or the person completely never do that. It's not like that. And so when I explain that, I just feel like I am kind of insulting my intelligence, because I don't have to explain that. It's too easy, too basic. So um and I know there's no use to explain something to these people, because they're cult persecutors, and they will be a cult persecutor till the end of their lifetime. Um, they will never ever change. It is what it is. And so they live severe mental health disorders, and it's not a thing I can fix. And I have acknowledged it long time ago. Um, so so I need help. I think the people should be should be prosecuted, and then they should be in their prison, and then I don't have to live a life with the people. I should not be surrounded by these cult persecutors. So again, right now the cult is repeating the kind of, again, cult belief, the cult a series of cult beliefs. What is that like? I don't even want to repeat it. It's just straight up ignorance, and I understand if they are stalking me. I mean, I am not even speaking their language, but if I'm writing it out, no, I don't write it out. I write it down, but I don't write it out. So I write it down on my journal, and then but they should not be able to read that, but they're reading. So if I was writing, let's say I found them ignorant, I'm like being really open. I'm really confident with what I wrote, and but the word ignorant, they absolutely, the people, they're so narcissistic, and they absolutely do react, and they go they probably think they are not, but in reality I think they are way more ignorant than ignorant. So the people, they are unable to accept criticism, to accept, especially when things they are doing like serious is wrong. Let's say they are stalking me as a crime. Let's say they repetitively persecute me 24/7 nonstop. It's a crime. And they do that to my mom, especially when my mom actually is a very vulnerable person. It's a crime. And so they have been committing crimes against me, against my mom, against some other innocent people, and they just have no ability to accept the fact that what they are doing is really illegal. They should take responsibility for what they are doing. And it's like the people, they just they they cognitively understand, but they just don't want to accept it. They want to keep doing the wrong, and then they want to legitimize the wrong. The classic criminals. Okay, so again, it's just running the what the code has been doing is just they're running the whole vicious circle, the whole series of code beliefs, one after another, Just it's a circle. So a long time ago, when I was profiling the people, I programmed them. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and a whole list. I did not have to write down what they were talking about. I just write down the number. One, they said certain core belief. Two, the other certain core belief. So they got a series of core beliefs, and they just repetitively repeat the whole thing, running the circle. So when I provide people, when I track their code abuse. I just write down let's say 3, 2, and then 7 and 6. I just because they're really running the circle. So actually, I really liked what I'm doing because code abuse is wrong, and I've got no reason to validate it or defend it. No, I stand up for what I stand up for reality. I stand up for facts. I stand up for respect that a human really should that a human really deserves. So I stand up for health, stand up for peace. And no, I don't like the quotes. No. And so okay. Okay, so I try to bring up the thing I said I wanted to bring up. I just get like really interrupted 24/7 nonstop. What I wanted to bring up is what I wanted to bring up was okay, was the oldest daughter of the borderline great grandmother. She had the thought. I apologize. Said it has been 1 hour, but that's what I'm going through. And I wish I could say something really simple and easy, logical, and just really understandable. Oh my god. Okay, so the great the oldest daughter of the great grandmother, she's very borderline, and so she views the things. Okay, so again, it comes to this. My journal is I mean, the people like again, I have to say that the people, I think their intelligence is really poor, really poor, because they access 2 phones online. By accessing, I mean they literally they just watch everything on my phone. Everything on my the 2 phones. If I'm like multitasking on 2 phones, then they access the 2 phones on mine. They see everything on my phone, literally everything, and so I'm writing. I mean, I'm writing in English, and so the people, they know I'm writing English, and they don't even really understand what I'm writing, but they got the translated version. Okay, they got a translated version through the government, and then but I think it's common sense. But the people, they don't live with common sense. I feel really like I why should I even explain this? It's too easy for a human. They understand, but they don't understand. So that's so that is so they are reading everything on my journal and on live, and so I'm writing things in English, and they I'm writing things in English, and they are oh my god, the people, they just project everything they do onto others. Everything wrong they do is everything wrong the other party has been doing ever since. Yes, that's who they are. Sorry, because the course, they are 24/7 nonstop, so I get interrupted again. So, you know what I'm doing? I'm surviving. Like, I'm protecting myself from the cold, and I really when I can't do a thing, what I'm doing, I choose to talk about it. I want the whole world to know what I'm going through. It really is inhuman to put me in this position. So it's really hard to focus on a thing when they have been persecuting me like this. So it should be really easy to understand that they are accessing my phone. Let's say I'm writing on my journal. Literally, I'm writing. So when I write a word, um, doesn't mean a thing. I don't think it means a thing. But the co-persecutors, let's say the terrorist Hitler, he just automatically take it like it's everything. Like, let's say if I write a word, whatever the word. Let's say if I write the word adorable, I like the word adorable, and he got a translated version, and then whatever words he gets from the government, and then he automatically he goes he just attacks the two if it's in his words it probably would be two characters, but in English it's one word. She just it's one word, so he's like I apologize, I'm really tired. So he's like automatically just attack it, like it's like a dog. He barks. He barks at it, like it's wrong, or silly, or whatever words, like really nasty words. I think I don't really speak his language, so he speaks a dialect of another dialect. So not many people speak his language. So what I see is something really insulting, really insulting. He goes like translating it into English, it's like wrong, or insane, or crazy, or insulting words like that. Just attacking 24/7 nonstop, every second. Sometimes like in 1 second, like he barks like for multiple times. Yeah, that's who he does. And people, if you are able to access his phone, and if you're able to record what he says, it's just like really like that. And I'm like, that's who he is. And I find it really pathetic, honestly. And so he's doing that, and then and I'm like, if I read the word adorable, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Why would he attack adorable? So I write compassion, and he does that again. If I write love, it does that again. So I got an impression of this one, this guy. I call him terrorist Hitler. Like who he is, he's terrorist. He's a terrorist. He's Hitler. So let's say I'm writing. Let's say it's for example, let's say it's raining. For example, it's raining. So if I write it is raining, let's say let's say it rains. Let's say it's pouring rain. Or let's say slight slightly raining, but the weather, sometimes the weather gets like kind of unpredictable. So all of a sudden, let's say it gets like pouring, like really heavy, and then all of a sudden it gets like really slightly raining. Okay, so if I'm writing, oh yeah, it's the rains are like, if I write down like a slightly raining, and he would bark at it, and then and then all of a sudden, let's say it gets heavy, then I would write it gets heavy, because he's stalking me right away, and I'm like, even if I did not write, it gets heavy. Then what's wrong with it? I mean, I want, it's my journal. I want to write, I write. If I don't want to write, I don't write it. So if I just leave it, what's wrong with it? So he would have an excuse to tell everyone as though I cannot even see the difference between heavy raining and slightly raining. I mean, that's how he choose to. That's what he does. He just want people to have an impression as though I just like I'm a person who's like really, uh, like disabled. Like I don't have this ability to do the kind of tasks as a human who at least is uh, intelligent. And but he want people to have the thought like I'm the person who is completely broken, that's who has no ability to distinguish something really simple. And yeah, that's what he has been doing ever since. So so he would show people like that's he would go, that's his evidence. What is his evidence? His let's say the government translated the thing. um, let's say I wrote uh, let's say at how about let's say at 3 o'clock, um, slightly raining. Okay, I said that, and then the government translated to him in his language. Okay, I said that. Okay, then let's say all of a sudden the rain, the weather it's getting like really wide, even wider, and then let's say it's heavy raining. Okay, then when he argues with others behind my back, he would go, since he's like really loud, really reactive, so it's behind my back, but actually it's so close, it's just very close. So I'm able to to him he's doing the thing behind my back, but to me it's like I'm here. I just acknowledge the whole thing is happening because I just witness it. And so he would do that. He would tell people like, let's say at 3 o'clock, the let's say the weather was extremely wide and it was heavily raining, and how could you? And he would show people the writings of mine, but actually that's not exactly what I wrote. I don't write things in his language. I write in English. And but he would show people the translated version, and like let's say see just load let's say slightly raining. um, so he would just prove people that see does not have the ability to see the difference between heavily raining and slightly raining. Yeah, he would go that. And then what is that? That he is framing me. It couldn't be even clear. Couldn't even be more clearly. So I'm like, so I'm like, these co-persecutors, each one of them, they have been framing me. They have been persecuting me, lying to people that I have been doing the things that I really don't do. Um, so and they go like, let's say if I just expose it, is I free them. If I expose what they have been doing against me, is I frame them. And well, it's very ridiculous, but that's what they are doing, and that's what they claim, and they understand that if the reality kicks in, if the justice kicks in, they have got nowhere to run. They have got nowhere to run to, and they were being a prison. They know, they really know, and so that's why they hide together, hide into. That's why they get together, hiding themselves into the courthouse, like really 24/7, not stop. They are cowards. They're really cowards. They just don't have the guts to somehow work out to do something like the ones who are not criminals who would do, and they just hiding themselves into the courthouse and keep persecuting me. I think in to the people it's like they got nothing left to do but persecuting me. And so God. So again, I'm like, really, anyone who understands what is common sense, like I really don't have to even explain a thing for what I'm doing, because I don't even write the things they claim I've been writing. Those were the translated version. The government has been translating for them. I don't do that for them. And again, if it's the translated version, and it's extremely easy to understand, because if I write a thing that's at 3 o'clock, that does not mean I just think about it like 24/7 nonstop. Let's say if I write the thing, let's say I just had a piece of cake. Let's say let's say at 2 o'clock I write. At 2 o'clock I wrote, I just had a piece of cake. Okay, doesn't mean that throughout my lifetime I have been eating cake ever since. Doesn't mean that, who knows, like let's say if I got enough cakes, maybe I will be eating cakes. But or let's say if I don't even really like to eat cakes, but I just got a piece of cake on that day and I loaded it. I mean, I'm like, what I'm doing, I'm talking people what logic is. But why should I even informing these people, extremely ignorant people, like what the reality is? And I'm like, I studied logic in 2009, the whole year. I love to study, but the people are like so non-educated and they don't really like to read. And I remember I learned from what kind of books they were reading. They were reading like a horror books, and the kind of really pseudoscience based so-called business. And I'm an entrepreneur. I really love business, but I disagree with that type of business. I don't think it will even work. But that's who they are. That's that's what's on their mind. It really is a cult, and the people really are ignorant. And so, return to the example. Let's say if the terrorist Hitler, he's telling people, see, this person, like let's say the person really just eats cakes all the time. See, it's the proof. In the translated version, I did a translated version. I ate a piece of cake. Doesn't mean it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. His speech is so full of the kind of loopholes. I mean, sober-minded people don't buy that. Really, sober-minded people don't buy that. So when I was reaching out to the oldest daughter of the Woodland great grandmother, I learned that she lives with cognitive dissonance. She does not really understand what reality is, what logic is, and she does not really understand that 1 plus 1 equals 2, not 1 point, not 11. You know, I mean, 1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 plus 1 does not equal 11. It's very easy to understand. It's very easy to understand. And so if she does not understand this type of thing, and then just because I know the fact that she does not understand the basic logic, and she and her mother and whoever the cult persecutors, they just think it's so entitled to persecute me because I'm the person I know the things they don't know. I know, um, I I know what reality is. I know what I study science. Just because I know what reality is, just because I study science. So they're so entitled to persecute me 24/7 nonstop. And they just always just get obsessive, staring at the remote devices of mine and waiting the translated version of my writing. And but really that does not mean let's say if I write um, let's say if I'm right, let's say ice cream, the bowl of ice cream is melting away. Okay, does it mean that the bowl of ice cream um, um, is melting away like all the time? I don't think so. Let's say if uh, a bowl of a bowl of ice cream, let's say it's in winter. Let's say I put it just let's say I put it outdoors. Would it even get melting? I'm sorry. Would it even get melted away? I apologize. Would it even get melted away? I don't think so. It would be like a really be frozen. I mean, it's science. It's very easy to understand. So these people they just don't understand this type of really extremely easy things. And that's why I don't want to talk to these people. I don't want to explain that something extremely easy. The and they go, how could it be like how can I even explain science to oh my god. So what is that extremely ignorant court persecutors and who really likes these people, a bunch of people who really like conscience, like empathy, like remorse. Seriously, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's just wrong. And I'm really confident that as long as I take action against the people, by against them, I don't. Of course, it's very easy to understand. I'm not doing some type of nasty, inhuman things against them. I'm doing the type of thing protect me against them, and but I do that. I explain this part because the code has been mixing things up, So I have to sometimes, kind of habitually had a thought like I might need to explain it. I don't have to explain it actually. It's too easy to understand. It's too easy for people to understand. So okay, I just uh again the code still is there. This still is persecuting and but God. So okay, I'm gonna end this, and I will be talking about something way absolutely is about the persecuting thing again, because it really is. It's running circle. The people are persecuting me like really 24/7 nonstop, 24/7 nonstop. So I want what I'm going through to be big. I want everyone to know what I'm going through. I want the world to talk about it. It's wrong. It's seriously it's wrong. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm really confident, really confident that the people, they got nowhere to hide. Yeah.